show. Well, if you have ever been in a car accident, you know how frightening it is and how confusing the aftermath can be.
Well, a team of experts is making it easier by having all of the professionals you need in one place. We're talking about taking care of everything from your injuries to your paperwork. Now, Dr. Jesus Bernal, Dr. Scott Forer, and Adolfo Lara all join us to tell us more. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So let's talk about this. Almost a one-stop shop is a good way to put it. We have obviously two doctors, and then we're talking about the legal services. Tell me a little bit more about why you all three came together.
We came up with a solution to the car accident victims' peril, which is that they do not have the proper medical care or the proper legal representation, both in the courts or against the insurance company. So these doctors do provide a one-stop shop for all medical care. That would be either chiropractic care and through a neurologist such as Dr. Forer. Now, if any other services are needed, they do refer out to any other doctors, and these cases are often and quickly referred to attorneys for the legal representation.
Excellent. Well, Adolfo, I was saying on break, I think this is absolutely brilliant. You know, a one-stop shop for everything, because it is such a scary time. Now, what are some of the benefits that somebody can expect by coming to you right after a car accident?
Well, I'd like to address that question. The main benefit is the idea that you don't have to travel to 3 different offices. It's one location where you'll see a medical doctor in case you need prescription medication for pain. You'll see a chiropractor for the therapy or the adjustments that you will need after that misalignment from getting thrown around in a car. And you have access to an attorney for the legal representation. The insurance companies that have to pay for your medical bills or your repair costs for your vehicle, whatever, after an accident, they all have a team. They're not just one person addressing your needs or trying to go back and forth to handle your case. So we felt that it was a good idea for the people watching and our community to have a team on their side as well.
I like this. We have a team. I love to hear that. Now, if someone comes to you after an accident and they're only needing maybe 2 of the 3 services or one of the services, is that something that you guys will help them with and they'll know what they need?
Absolutely. There's no obligation, per se, to get chiropractic adjustments. That scares people sometimes. Some people say, oh, I don't want any medication. That's okay. You don't have to have medication. And in some cases, and I think Mr. Lara will agree, there's simple cases that can be resolved with just a simple letter of representation or different things that can be handled without, per se, any litigation or things to that effect where you won't need as many legal services. So yeah, there's no obligation to have everything. We also have a massage therapy clinic and several massage therapists on hand. You don't have to have massages. I mean, it's what you need. And I think that's what defined us, and I think that's how we came together. One of the things that has happened, and I'm probably making a mistake by mentioning some of the horror stories with car accidents, but I think we've all heard some of the things that happen where after an accident, an attorney, of course not anyone like Adolfo Lara, who's great, but maybe they'll exaggerate claims or they'll do things that are not appropriate, or chiropractors that maybe just make you come in 100 times after just a minor fender bender. That's not what we do. What we do is we give the patients exactly what they need, nothing more, nothing less.
Well, that makes it simple.
It really does. And I do think we do have all heard of, you know, the horror stories about people who get into an accident and they don't seek professional help after. Absolutely. And what are some of the things that you might see with somebody who waits, Adolfo?
One of the common problems we've seen is that people wait too long to seek medical care. They don't have the proper medical care or no medical care at all, and that does kill their claim with the insurance company. It does not present a good case for juries or an arbitrator if you don't have the proper medical care. What I do on my end is to refer the cases out to doctors so that these injury victims seek the proper medical care at no cost to them. Also, the attorneys that work with these doctors here present today pay for all the cost necessary to bring on a lawsuit or an insurance claim. So we try to help the clients as much as we can.
It is. And Dr. Forer, so you would suggest when we get into this accident is not to wait. Of course, come in just in case there is anything that we need to have checked or have done.
So many times an accident is, someone who's healthy, it's their first time in their life that they've ever had anything really traumatic happen to them, and they're very confused oftentimes and don't know exactly what they're dealing with. I think it's really important to get in and get checked out because it's the first time they've ever been hurt and they don't know how they've been hurt. And I'm like a doorway to help guide them to get to the professionals like Jesus and Adolfo to get them the services that they need and to get them taken care of so that they can get better and feel better through the whole process, get through the maze of all the bureaucracy that goes along with it.
It is. Don't just chalk it up to I was in an accident and so it's the regular, pains that may come along with it. Make sure that you're getting checked and make sure that everything is how it should be.
Exactly. And in the course of care, things may be that someone doesn't need all that much in the way of testing or anything like that. Yet, if they're being seen by a doctor and have a proper evaluation and proper management as they're getting better, they are going to get assessed properly and get the things that they need to get better.
Absolutely, and that's what's important. And obviously there are so many reasons to visit you. You're also bilingual, so that helps a lot of us here in town as well. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today and explaining more about the services that you provide.
The Dream
We're
Team.
happy to be here.
Thank
The
you.
Dream Team.
Yes.
I love it. And for a limited time, anyone who mentions the Morning Blend can get a free relaxing massage at Meta Massage, and restrictions do apply. Also, everyone is invited to the meet and greet at 3225 South 12th Avenue this Wednesday at 5:30. For more information, you can call 221-7006 or log on to equipoaccidente.com.